the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Golden Gophers will put toe to leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got the...
Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it inside the 30. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the board.
He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Minnesota's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary. One of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You got to worry about the ground game. You may get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. There he goes. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here come the Irish back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out of most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Underheat, he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. You want to talk about shaking down Thunder from the encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why they threat up the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Typically at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They put 2 On the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. Discards him with the stiff arm. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Looking downfield on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw again. Bringing the heat. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Yeah, you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Iron. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Figueroa. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Wants to adjust the pattern. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hauls it in. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Notre Dame! A great catch and run for 6. With that latest touchdown pass, it might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll take a deep shot here. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The give to the right. He's brought all down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well, and they've got a dude in the...
Trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stop cold. Back to open this drive at 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. To the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the... they've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. Then he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the foot.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. They'll run this play from the pistol. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got a man. It's Ramsey. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Timber, logger, tuna.
He'll set up to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Hit as he throws. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Behind the chains now on second and long. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. They'll go to the air. Fires complete on the crosser. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught close to the marker. It's Figueroa. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Second down coming up.
Trying the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. They finally...
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen.
He's into the open down the middle. The 40. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Grabbed behind the line. It's Figueroa. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And here comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Looking for room at the 40. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking downfield on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, it just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best run.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And they turn it into a defensive score. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give out of the gun. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Figueroa. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the defense, got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the...
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Hands it off. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. Here come the Irish back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback making checks. Just keeps slinging it. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. This time on target. Going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minute back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Irish back on offense. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that you can get. So run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with a dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? We'll just see. Who knows? Crazier things have happened in college football. Maybe they put the ball on the ground. They don't execute the center-quarterback exchange.
To the air on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible in that circle.